Hello, everyone! GameGoddessFee here. I am back tonight with more Ace Attorney. I do have my boy. And yes, we're gonna do this next case. I was thinking the other case was still going on. But yeah, this is gonna be another case. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And hello, subscribers. How are you all tonight? All right, so yeah. There's Plum going. I can't stop the game. I can't start the game without him. So yeah, I guess I'll see what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, y'all. But yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Where is Dave? I promised we promised Dave yesterday that we were gonna play it because it's his favorite game. Tom had a sore throat yesterday. He had a sore throat, so I didn't do it. And I was starting to come on with something else myself, but I had overslept, you guys. After all that running I did yesterday, I was tired. I'm sorry, y'all. But I'm back tonight. We are back tonight, so I'm right. Let me stop rambling. He got me all the way on the 20 slot. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we have Miles Edgeworth in Ace Attorney, episode 2, Turnabout Airlines. Are you ready, Plum?
That was a whole 12 days ago.
Yes, 12 days ago was the last time we streamed. Ain't that a shame, this game? It's a shame. Okay, let's go. What you doing with the mic?
The murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yotagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago.
Like finish this grape juice. Go you!
Go you? Yes, everything began high up in the air. 9,000 feet in the air to be precise.
We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. All the blood. Ooh, what's wrong with Andy Boy? March 12th. They done laid him out, child. March 12th, 6:13 a.m. Flight G390. First floor lounge.
Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Huh, Slight turbulence indeed.
He flying world class, is he? Good Lord, he got a casino up there? What is that?
This is, I don't know, a drinking word.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Somebody know. All right. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. What's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? Ugh, my head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later. I'll hand it off to an attendant. Ugh, from earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child.
Oh my goodness.
Really? I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one.
I don't hear you.
I do. I'm
You
listening
heard-
to it. What? What in the world happened?
Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. Eee! He's dead?
Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts.
What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer!
What? No! You have it all wrong! It wasn't me! Ooh.
March 12th, 6:41 a.m. Flight G390, second floor, first class. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tenero. Hey, Kelsey. Have I played all of the games? We played most of them, yeah. This is my first time playing this one. My son, he's playing through them. I'm playing through it on stream for the first time.
I played the greatest.
I haven't played. He didn't. Well, I haven't played the Great Ace Attorney either. Have you played them all, Kelsey? Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight.
It could sound like that.
I don't blame Edgeworth for being afraid of elevators still. Yeah, that was a traumatic experience he went through. What? Murder? What's going on this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make a scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off. Please, there's no need to feel dread. We have already apprehended the culprit.
I ask that everyone please remain calm.
What is he talking about? Why should we remain calm?
My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you, I am not the killer.
Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy.
Now you listen here! I am not the killer! I simply found the body!
So you say, however, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I promise on my honor as a professional flight attendant.
Oh, is that right?
I know what I saw, and there is even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up.
What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about?
We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation.
Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Miss Tenero, is that how you say her name? Tenerio.
Yes.
I was wondering if you might give me a chance.
A chance? To do what?
A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now.
To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Ah, that's you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous?
You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you will only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick.
Of course, as you wish.
Good, very well then. Let's get started.
I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred.
What Miss Tenero saw, I promise to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator, it was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. So if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land.
It's over. That's it? That's her evidence?
I don't think you could ask for more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it.
Rebuttal what Miss Tenero saw. I promise to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant.
Hold it!
Tell me, what exactly puts the pro and professional flight attendant for you?
Well, it means we are very professional about how we take care of our passengers. Services like fetching papers and responding to calls are done with speed and accuracy. I can assure you that I give testimonies with the same level of professionalism. But I'm sure you have already realized that by now, right?
And there you have it. My professional testimony is accurate and reliable. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer.
Hold it!
You certainly seem sure of yourself.
Of course, a professional flight attendant can't afford to make mistakes after all.
Perhaps, but you must admit there are few who can look at a murder with a clear mind.
We attendants all go through extensive training and are always calm and collected. We'll even calmly serve you coffee, if you so wish, as the plane makes a splash down.
I fail to see how that would be calm and rational thing to do in an emergency.
Even until the bitter end, we are there to serve the passengers. That's the duty of all professional flight attendants.
You certainly are confident. Anyway, shall we return to your testimony? What's wrong with her haircut? I'm just not noticing it.
Like she got boxes or something in her ponytail. Anyway, the scene I saw in front of the elevator.
Hold it!
Yes, what did you see? What did you see? Yes, what did you see in front of the elevator?
That's what I was just about to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth. Framed by the elevator doors and bathed in the light coming from within, it was you standing there with fresh blood. I said blood. It's fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. Oops, was that a testimony? Did I press it on this one? Yeah. Okay, it's this one.
Hold it!
The murder weapon dripping with blood. Really now?
I promise that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now.
As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time.
Excuse me?
You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder.
None, sis. Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and read. I witnessed the murder scene and am now listening to your defense. All with a smile.
Apparently, you also fib with a smile on your face.
So, if you will please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land.
Hold it!
I am not the culprit, and yet you would keep these restraints on me.
Mr. Edgeworth, please try to understand what kind of situation you are in right now.
What exactly is my situation?
I have the backing of the captain to keep you bound in this way. We are within our legal rights to restrain anyone who might threaten our captain mid-flight. In essence, you're in the same situation as someone who has been arrested by the police.
So I am to stay restrained until I can clear up all of her doubts. At least I'm close. Her mistake shines like the silver lining on a dark rain cloud. And I'm going to capture some of that light with evidence. Alright, can you find it?
Let me go through it. I didn't catch it the first time.
You didn't even check your evidence. The trusty attorney's prosecutor's family. Oh, look inside the Sky magazine. It's so awesome and cool.
Although, it was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. The scene I saw, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Well, not what's going on, but
What's going on? She looked at the screen. What's going on?
I am certain you are the killer. I don't see where anything goes with the evidence.
Yes, you do. Mom, does that look like a
It's right
weapon?
here?
Does that look like a weapon to you?
Also, it's supposed to be the weapon, huh?
Yes. Why they always post them up weird? I don't know how you supposed to post a dead body, but every time I see one Ace Attorney, make me laugh.
But the little cat thing looks like the murder weapon.
You just supposed to point out contradictions for now, but did you forget? Did you forget?
Is it this statement?
Yep. No.
What?
You're not trying to find the real murder weapon. You just try to say this is not the murder weapon.
See, this game is confusing. It's not like all the other.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. What did he have in his head at the time?
Who, Edgewater?
Yes.
He had that wallet.
So what you gonna present?
Shut up.
Really? Really? I think this is a you problem. I think this is a you
Be
problem.
quiet.
Miss Teniero.
What is with that yelling all of a sudden?
Ugh, force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Teniero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct?
Yes, all that blood, drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine.
Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you.
What?
I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is?
It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky.
The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Teniero.
What? Impossible.
Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet?
No, but I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did.
As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you would agree it's only grape juice.
Ah, then.
That's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not in fact exist.
No.
There, that should clear up those pecky. There, that should clear up that pecky accusation. Pesky, whatever.
Wait a sec. That is. I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside, please.
She's trembling, and the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light.
No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself.
She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Tiniero, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me.
All right, I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here.
It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument mute. Wouldn't you agree?
Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it now?
Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look?
Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is...
Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. F.B. Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. Wallet data updated in my organizer, picked up off the floor in front of the elevator. There is but a passport inside. You stole the victim's wallet? Didn't you?
How dare you!
You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue. How you pronounce the word?
Misconstrue.
Yes. I said misconstrue. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon. But it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Mr. Narrow's logic. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the trouble wallet. However, it is something you stole from the Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I found it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you?
So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see.
You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hand. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you as a foul play?
Suspect you a foul play.
Yeah.
Mr. Nero's logic. Go ahead. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet.
Hold it!
Should not be proof enough for you that I did not murder the victim.
Not at all.
Oh? And why not?
Because that wallet may not have been what I thought it was. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the foul deed.
Hold it!
You think I stole it?
Yes, I'm very sorry to say it. I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am calling a passenger a thief. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Sorry we couldn't come on yesterday. He had a sore throat, so I told him to rest his throat, and I guess it's okay today. Is it okay today, Plum?
No, I'm back.
He's so silly. But yeah, welcome to the stream. You've been on here for like a little bit over 30 minutes. 31 minutes, yeah. This is just the start. Well, you need to hurry up and read faster then. Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage.
It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks's wallet.
Not working overtime, are you tonight, Dave? I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. Oop, I keep on skipping over these statements.
Hold it!
I don't think I have any sort of motive to speak of. I've never met Mr. Hicks before, and our only connection is this one flight.
But that is more than enough of a reason.
How do you figure?
He was sitting in first class, and I think the implication is quite clear. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? He said, nope, you're off tomorrow. Also, can you believe that? I know, right? Look. They had y'all on lockdown all week long, except on Sunday. Well, I'm glad y'all get a day off.
You think I was after his money? What does that cockamamie idea come from? I don't know that word.
True, you are also a passenger in first class, but I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your forehead.
They're not lines. They're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face.
I don't think I've ever met someone with such a terrible countenance on a flight before. And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble.
She really is making an idiot of herself pursuing this line of logic. I should spare her and present the piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony.
So what evidence is his prosecutor's badge?
Yeah. I'm
Is that what it is?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Alright,
But, my motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? It must be on this statement here. It's all on the ground.
Objection!
I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Teneriero. It's that name wrong. Teneriero.
What is it now?
Miss Teneriero, I wonder if you noticed a contradiction within your own testimony.
What are you talking about?
It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about the scene would prove that the motive for the murder was not the money? This man has a brown suit on. Only brokies wear those shit.
Take that!
If I might direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor.
Ah,
That's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer was after.
ah.
I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money.
But the wallet.
Objection!
Ah yes, the wallet. You will also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks's passport.
Ah,
If you're really insisting that was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that was all for an empty travel wallet.
help me. Me. Hey, what's going on? Are you saying that the attendant's wrong? So the guy isn't the killer? I don't believe it. Everyone, it's a trick.
Will you all please be quiet? Miss Teniero,
Yes?
you lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wad in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Thank you for releasing me.
What in the world? They look like Makai's language.
What is it now? Miss Teniero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged.
It sounds like Bulgarian. Whatever, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who...
I said he is given the runabout! I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant!
Yes, sir.
I want this person to be under arrest until we arrive at the airport. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I'm finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I'd like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time? You were the one who snuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you mean. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Think LeBlanc II. I'm a very wealthy man in Virginia. But I am not ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty.
Mr. LeBlanc? Mr. LeBlanc? What did you mean just now?
Pardon?
When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout?
I have to explain? Unbelievable! I will say it once and only once. I do not have a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you will continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock.
And what is the significance of that time?
It's 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6?
Ah, what's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body?
Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15.
Hicks was his name, was it? And I say that man Hicks was killed in that 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes?
Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. I was still eating, still haven't finished yet.
The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no trouble with them, I suppose. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say? But do you have what you say, the evidence?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all?
Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw, enough to give testimony? Of course! I was looking at that man the whole time! He was playing with that annoying little, small machine the whole time! Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click! From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer.
I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with a... Hold on. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself.
A simple cell phone? A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tiniero.
Yes?
I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. Humph! I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that's how you say it in English. It's Fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And, if I'm given a chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tiniero, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then.
I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Ah! This should not be approved!
Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, our decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
So, how's the weather? You are not planning on erasing evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha! We'll see!
It looked like one of his trinkets.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene.
What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Tiniero.
However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Of course. I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still the suspect in this case.
I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use X to talk.
What's this X? Are you okay? It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Well, we can stop here.
It's only 46 minutes.
Really?
What you saying?
It's gonna be so long.
The investigation?
Yes.
So you want to stop here?
Nah, we keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay. You hit the button.
Nope.
In order to preserve the crime scene, I'm afraid the elevator is not in service. To get to the first floor lounge, you should take the stairs. What happened?
I was saying with the extras like his little feet.
March 12th, 7:26 a.m. Flight G390, first floor lounge.
I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss 10-year-old.
It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota.
I see. I will bear that in mind.
I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that. We reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time.
So my turn... my turn... Yugi... Okay. So my time runs out in his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board?
I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff key card. And we found no record of a key card being used at all.
Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. No.
Where should we get? Where should we start from? It says, what clues point to where the killer could have been? If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. Hey, Garrison has said, hello, Felicia. Happy Friday stream mystery time in Ace Attorney. How's it going, Garrison? Yeah, it is a mystery. This one got me, it got me thinking and everything.
For the first time.
Really? Yeah, this is really different from the other, so it's not like as straightforward. Like the others wasn't straightforward either. This one is kind of a little bit harder than the other was. Difficult. It's difficult. Okay, what were you doing? Happy Friday to you. Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard. It makes you think. It makes you think. It makes you use your brain. I can tell you that. And sometimes I don't even catch it. I just have him tell me because I don't know. I don't be knowing what to do sometimes half the time. Really?
Yeah.
The victim's body was found inside the elevator that connects first floor with second floor. Hold on. Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Uko. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one. Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. The blood on it is still fresh. Could this be the murder weapon? Are we looking for money?
It's a body.
Oh, I thought we did that. What is that? Found in the victim's pocket. A souvenir picture, perhaps. It's a photo of Mr. Hicks that jotted down in my organizer.
His haircut.
Like a Pokemon's haircut. So, Mr. Hicks, he's really the dead? Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. Really? It sounds like when the reporter said they tried to get but she said they tried to get word from the dead person.
Tried to get the word from the dead body.
But they didn't answer them anyway. Blunt force trauma. Wound on the back of Mr. Hicks' head suggests blunt force trauma. No, you won. But what caused for it? Go ahead. The victim's glasses are broken. Were they broken during the murder? What is the deuce? What is that?
The deuce. Oops.
Oh.
What did you do? That was you.
I don't know how it got. I think I put the mic at. Well, I clicked it in. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt.
Aha!
Hold on. Go.
Did it again?
What is it, Mr. Yeah, I keep on doing that. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? The echo ghost is back. That's only if I like turn both of our mics up. I'll turn it up rather, or have both of them on. I'm trying to mute my mic and unmute his and mute mine while he's talking and all of that. It's craziness over here, Garrison.
I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in this scene? What is it?
The footprints.
What?
Yeah, look, I got the I got the mouse in one hand and the joystick in the other. It's craziness, Garrison. It's craziness.
Take that!
What is it?
They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they're a set of footprints.
There is some spilled grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator. So you think?
Yes, these belong to our killer.
Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe size of everyone in first class.
I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match.
Oh, I see.
Now it's time for logic.
Right now?
No, wrong way. Alright, good for talk. Where was the killer at? Where was the killer at? I don't know.
Really
What clues point to where the killer could have been?
Again.
What you say?
A. You connected.
I'm pressing A.
You was pressing B.
Ah,
I know you
shit.
pressed B. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story.
In the elevator with Hicks. Murder weapon, Captain Ugo. What is Ugo?
You have to find statements that seem like they connect to each other.
This is let me see. See this is the point that
Alright.
This gets me confused.
You have to use logic. You have to I won't tell you, but like
Only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator. We already did that one.
we already did that one. It gave us a new one. So let's look for another one. Which one of these statements connect?
Murder weapon, Captain Ugo.
Mm-hmm. We concluded that this might be a murder weapon. Now what?
Hello. Real grape juice.
But what caused it?
Caused the blunt force trauma.
Yes, what caused it?
The broken glass.
No, that's his glasses.
The glasses. That this right here.
Yes.
You know what? That's what confuses me. I'm thinking the statements like
No.
certain statements that's supposed to be over here is supposed to be on this
No,
side.
they are just individual pieces,
Oh
and you're
my
supposed to
goodness.
connect them. So now we know that it is connected. So, the same pieces could be on the same side. That's basically what I'm saying. All right, and then you hit
It
that.
made each one so convincing.
I think I just figured out
what I'm doing wrong. Cause I'm thinking like they have a group of statements on one side, and you have to connect it with the statements on this side.
Nope.
So they could be just randomly anywhere, and you just have to connect the two. It makes sense. Okay, so I said murder weapon, Captain Ugo. The blood is on. It's still on, or the blood is still fresh. At the speed of murder weapon, and I guess blunt force trauma. Boom on the back of Hicks' head suggests blunt force trauma.
A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a dead man who was beaten to death. Why did I say a dead man? A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out.
Yes? What is it?
The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head.
Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating?
It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon.
Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Oblivious. That's obvious. Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more proficient. Wait, I was right. Never mind.
Captain Ugo Piggy Bank, usually on display at the in-flight shop, found at the crime scene with blood on it.
Now, one more time.
In the elevator with Mr. Hicks. If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Let me see. There is some spilled grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator. Only I could. We have to do this again.
Yep.
If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with Mr. Hicks, or the victim's glasses are broken. Were they broken during the murder? There is some spilled grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator. So is it this? Those two? The grape juice in this statement here?
Yeah. Good job. I have it.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder.
What? Really?
Yes, it's rather simple actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person.
But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself?
Ah, but if you were to take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless.
Which means?
Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator.
Grape juice footprints that I jotted down in my organizer. Grape juice footprints spilt during the turbulence. Looks like footprints and something being dragged.
Ooh.
Ooh. I pushed the wrong button. Hold on. I was trying to can I investigate that?
What or who is this?
This is a bronze statue of the founder of Airlines, Mr. Ugo Hughes. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other is of him is in his 80s.
Did the man age at all over those 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more.
Right, they look like the same statues.
Look at the photo. Is awesome. Something missed.
His phone.
Yeah. So now you go and you do. Why? I wonder what was hanging off of this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. You're supposed to press X.
I was wondering.
Is this fight somehow connected to the evidence? Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found.
His machine?
His cell phone, Miss Tiniero.
Ah, so I guess because it's not here.
Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it.
Missing cell phone data jotted down in my organizer. The victim supposedly had one, but it has gone missing. Did the killer take it? Investigation complete.
What's going on over there? Oh wait, this you.
That's me.
Talk lazy.
Lazy.
Yep.
Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late!
Garrison, I don't know what he wanted me to do.
It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late.
Thank you.
Thank you, Garrison. It's so funny to me. But the movie.
What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time.
What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir.
Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet?
Thank you so much. They are, look, very entertaining, are they?
If you would like, I would prove my innocence to you right now.
What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken?
Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more.
Fine! Suit yourself!
Well, here we go.
What I saw.
I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks into that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? And you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be a criminal.
Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me.
So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry, do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you?
Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast!
Thank you, Dave. I know. That's why I said I was wondering where you was at the beginning. Hopefully you got the notification. Rebuttal what I saw. And I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator.
Hold it!
No, you didn't. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time?
Of course! I saw what was inside.
You were sure that the victim was in the elevator alone?
Yes! The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man.
This last outburst is a bit too important to let go.
The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man.
Hold it!
Was he really alone?
Of course! I will bet even 1 cent!
A cheap ante for a cheap testimony. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent.
It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12.
Hold it!
I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct?
I'll be going to sleep soon, but thanks so much, as always, for streaming. I will be dying all night. I love the voice acting. Bye for now. Good night, Garrison. Have a wonderful night's rest. Thank you for coming and stopping by and making me laugh tonight. Yeah, I appreciate it. Good night to you.
Oh, you noticed? It is a very expensive antique, I will have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand.
It does look very well designed and quite classy.
I will have to charge you if you want to touch it.
That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony.
What a cheap man you are! Now return to the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks into the elevator at 6 o'clock.
The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes?
Hold it!
It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15.
And that's when I found the two of them as well.
Hey, it all matches my testimony.
Then the only person in the lounge at the time must be the criminal.
Hold it!
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of.
No. Your silly opinion is what is mistaken.
Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken.
Well, if that isn't a pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. I spy a little hole in his words. As you wish, Mr. LeBlanc. I will now show you proof of my innocence.
Okey-dokey, so that was it. Where I said that?
Hold it!
I said we added this thing past tense.
What you mean?
We already pressed it.
The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man.
Alright.
The shoe print.
Ooh.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc.
What is it?
There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony.
What do you mean?
Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice.
Yes? And? Will you admit you spilled it with the blood?
No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints.
Footprints?
Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth?
Can you please translate that for us? No way, that's totally impossible. I guess it's what he said.
No way! That is totally impossible! I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes.
All her chest hanging out. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is fibbing to us.
I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be fibbing. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me?
But I saw part 2.
I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my own eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I promise there was no one inside. No one!
Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down.
What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony?
No, not at all. Please forget I said anything.
Yet again, he doesn't appear to be fibbing. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth.
Uh-oh, rebuttal when I saw part 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat.
Hold it!
So you're still upset now?
I am always upset. The only time I am not is when I have a piece of art in my hands.
It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him.
But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me.
I was always checking the time over and over again.
Hold it!
Why were you so attentive to the time?
Because something unforgivable was happening.
Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier.
I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time and money. You understand the point?
Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? A summary of the plot and its start time. Interesting.
They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie.
Is that why he only took the flight?
Yeah.
I check my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. So my watch is not wrong. It matched the schedule. But the movie was still late. Very, very late.
Hold it!
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright.
The movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times.
Did we already go with this?
I don't think so.
Hold it!
So this movie you mentioned, is it the one listed in the Sky magazine?
Yes! I was so looking forward to watching License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder.
Miss Tenniero, was this movie shown on this flight?
Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time.
Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident?
Nonsense! You doubt me?
No! Now stop pointing at me like that! Odd. How did he miss a movie that he was clearly hoping to see?
I checked my pocket watch a great number of times. That much I know for sure.
Okay, I want my pizza.
What you mean?
You spell it right. It's that.
Really?
Go to the evidence. Because he says his watch is on a destination. But if you go to the Sky magazine,
I can't see nothing.
all-time film correspond tried to portrait time.
All time shown correspond to our departure. What he say? To the destination time.
Yep.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony.
I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board.
Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination.
Yes, and the correct time is worth at 6 cents.
I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe this Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Mr. Tenayero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now?
Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point.
That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zingfa.
But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now, we are still running on Burgundian time.
What?
The time difference between Burgundia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule.
What?
Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight on-board clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m.
My 1,000,000 cents!
This should clear up all the remaining accusations.
So this basically widens the time frame for the time of the death, right?
Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing?
I got something to say.
And you are?
Yeah, Kemi Mill. I'm a flight attendant.
And what is it you wish to say?
Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know?
What? How can you be so sure of the time?
Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point.
Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer at Zingfa, correct?
Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clock.
And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board the flight?
No, not a single person got off on that. No, not a single person got off or on in Zingfa.
What about the flight crew?
The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten off. I can't read. The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off, but eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane.
So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind.
Refueling in Zingfa. Made a brief stop
from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. to transfer cargo and refuel at a transfer point. Yeah, and I answered his call. I could tell you Mr. Ekby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Miss Mills' testimony jotted down in my organizer. Mr. Ekby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.
Right, well that puts the time of murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m.
Okay, now, what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth?
I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zinfa. Ah!
You were here the whole time from 5, yes? And you were the only one who could be the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time? From 5 a.m. onwards?
Unfortunately, yes.
But then how do you explain these footprints?
It's not that obvious. This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in the lounge, waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter.
Look at the evidence.
Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge.
Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc?
What? Do you have another idea?
I simply feel there's something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime scene to a location other than the lounge?
Alrighty then.
Footprints. Footprints.
Go who?
Footprints.
I didn't hear what you say.
Footprints!
The footprints.
Yes.
Take that!
These footprints. In which direction do you think these are headed?
That would be the in-flight shop.
Correct. They are headed in the direction of the shop.
He's not gonna have a voice after this. I'm surprised his throat is sore again.
I got my water. But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden.
You're right to point out that they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there is another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. Besides the footprints, what else points to the in-flight shop?
Yes.
Yes!
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and it's not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious?
Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it, taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all.
Oh. Is there no way to win with this man?
If I may,
What is it?
you see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says.
Oh, and why do you know this so well?
Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes.
And when was this?
It was maybe around 5:40 a.m.
Isn't that just before he hit that patch of turbulence?
But that's right.
You were in the shop just before the turbulence?
Yes, I was.
Come to think of it. Miss Tenerio, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door.
Yes, I did.
And what is beyond that door?
That's the flight attendant's room.
Then you were on the first floor?
Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room.
Are you saying you passed by me at some point?
Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by.
I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was.
Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there.
Why did you go to the shop in the first place?
I went there for a work-related matter.
Work, you say?
Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities.
Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know.
In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well.
Shall we head over there then?
What is it now?
Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the the entire plane. So I think we're all right. Huh? That's weird.
What's his?
Well, I just talked to the captaincy, and he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all.
What is the meaning of this, Miss 10-year-old?
It means she's fibbing. Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't, and yet here you are.
You! Flight attendant! What are you trying to do? Put the sheep over us?
The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
Miss 10-year-old, why would you do such a thing?
Please, excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on.
There's something about Miss 10-year-old that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority.
You see it?
Yep, that's it. Stop it. Well.
Okay, so I guess we'll leave it off there. You said it's still a lot more. You said it's still a lot more to go. So we'll leave it off here. Hour and 40 minutes, you guys. But yeah, I appreciate you all for watching. And yeah, Dave, how did you like that? I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but yeah, you may want to go back and watch that. It was a new case. I was thinking we still had more on the other case.
He really got arrested. He got arrested. What could you want to happen?
All right, so if you're watching, you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you don't mind, hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. We had Kelsey in the chat, Dave, Garrison, Gang Queen 8 and 1. I will talk to you all on the next one. Everyone else that's watching, thank you all for watching. Yeah, and you all have a wonderful rest of your evening and take care.